Marcus Reed worked as a night security guard in an abandoned office building in Ohio. The place had been empty for years, waiting for demolition. No employees, no visitors, no movement. That's what the contract said. At 3:12 a.m., Marcus noticed something strange. One of the security cameras was on. Camera 6. Impossible. That floor had no electricity. He zoomed in. The hallway lights were on, and someone was standing there. A man wearing Marcus's uniform. Marcus laughed nervously. Very funny, he muttered, assuming it was a glitch. Then the man on the screen looked directly into the camera and waved. Marcus's smile faded. The camera angle slowly shifted, as if someone was holding it. The man on screen opened his mouth. No sound came out, but Marcus felt a vibration in his chest. His radio crackled. A whisper slipped through. "You shouldn't be watching this." The camera feed rewound by itself. The man disappeared. Then the footage played again. This time the hallway was dark. The man walked forward, tripped, fell, and hit his head on the concrete. Hard. The timestamp froze. 3:17 a.m. Marcus checked his watch. 3:16 a.m. His heart started pounding. The radio crackled again. This is how it ends. Footsteps echoed behind Marcus. Slow, heavy, wet. Marcus spun around. No one was there. The door to the control room was still locked. He turned back to the monitors. Camera 6 was gone, replaced by Camera 9, but Camera 9 didn't exist. The feed showed the stairwell. Marcus recognized it immediately. That was the stairwell behind him. The footage timestamp read 3:18 a.m. The camera showed Marcus entering the stairwell, his exact movements, every step, every hesitation. Marcus backed away from the screen. "I'm not going there," he whispered. The footage continued without him. The version of Marcus on screen began running, breathing heavily, looking terrified. Then a shadow appeared at the top of the stairs, tall, wrong. The lights burst. The camera shook violently. A scream echoed from the speakers. Marcus ripped the power cable from the monitor. The room went dark. His flashlight flickered on. The walls were no longer white. They were stained with handprints, hundreds of them, all facing inward, like people had been dragged through. The radio screamed to life. "You saw it already," the voice said. "You can't change it." Something grabbed Marcus's ankle, ice cold, pulling him toward the stairwell door. On the floor, written in dust, "Playback complete." Marcus woke up at his desk. Morning light streamed through the windows. The building looked normal, clean, renovated. His phone buzzed. A notification from the security system. New footage uploaded. Confused, Marcus opened it. Camera 6. The hallway was bright now. Workers walked through. Alive. Normal. Then the camera panned. A security desk stood in the corner, and behind it, Marcus, older, pale, not breathing, eyes open, staring at the camera. The video ended. A final message appeared. Shift transferred. Behind Marcus, a chair scraped the floor. Someone sat down, wearing his uniform, smiling. The radio whispered softly, "Don't worry, you won't remember tomorrow." The screen went black. Marcus stood frozen as the chair scraped behind him. Slowly he turned. A man sat at the desk, wearing Marcus's uniform, wearing Marcus's face, but something was wrong. The smile didn't blink. "You're early," the man said calmly. "I usually don't get company until the memory wipe." Marcus stepped back. "What are you?" The man leaned forward. "I'm you," he replied. After acceptance, the room began to change. The walls darkened. The windows vanished. Monitors turned on one by one, showing different people, security guards, janitors, night clerks, all watching themselves die. "You think this building is haunted," the man continued, "but it's not the building." He pointed at Marcus's chest. "It's the shift." The man explained. Every night job was a doorway. Every empty building was hungry. At exactly 3:17 a.m., the system chose someone who was alone enough, forgotten enough, to replace what it had lost. "When someone dies on shift," the man said softly, "someone else has to take their place." Marcus shook his head. "No, I can leave." The man laughed. "You already did." The monitor showed Marcus quitting, going home, sleeping. But the footage kept playing. A version of Marcus returned the next night, and the next, and the next. "You don't escape," the man whispered. "You repeat." Suddenly the radio screamed, an alarm Marcus had never heard before. The man stood up. His smile faded for the first time. "Oh," he muttered, "it's found a new one. On the main screen." A young security guard walked into the building. Nervous, new. Marcus felt something twist inside his chest. "No," he said, "not him." The man tilted his head. "Then take my place." The lights went out. Marcus woke up in the chair. The monitors were silent. The building was empty again. The radio crackled. "Shift active." Marcus stood slowly. He felt heavier, colder. Memories slipped through his fingers. His childhood, his mother's voice, his real name. On the screen, the young guard sat at the desk, where Marcus used to sit. The kid yawned, checked his phone. Marcus tried to speak. Nothing came out. He looked down. His reflection in the dark monitors stared back, paler, eyes dull, not breathing. The radio whispered gently, "Congratulations, shift accepted." Marcus understood now. He wasn't dead. He wasn't alive. He was what remained. At 3:17 a.m., the kid's camera flickered. Marcus appeared in the hallway, tall, still. The kid frowned, zoomed in. Marcus raised his hand and waved. The radio crackled in the kid's ear. "You shouldn't be watching this." Marcus felt something strange, relief. As the kid turned away in fear, Marcus stepped fully into the shadow. The building felt complete again. The system was satisfied. On the final monitor, text appeared. Status, position filled. Next transfer pending. Marcus took his place in the darkness, waiting, watching. At 3:12 a.m., the phone rang. Marcus smiled and answered. "Security desk."